Yo, what's good? Okay, I just got back from seeing Until Dawn. Now, this is first of all, this is the last movie of April, so there's that. So far, April has been a solid month with Sinners and even the Minecraft movie. It's been a pretty good month for movies, I will say. So, closing things off, Until Dawn. Now, going into this movie, I know a lot of people were shitting on it, saying it's not Until Dawn, it's Till Sunrise. I get that. And I feel like the biggest thing holding this movie back will be the fact that it's called Until Dawn and it just has nothing to do with Until Dawn. But there are, like, hints, like, little nods to the game. Like, the one of the main guys, the therapist guy in the game, he's in the movie. And in my predictions video, I said that he lured them there and that he's actually behind all this, and I was right. Most of my predictions are right, okay? And this is going to be all spoilers, all right? Now, coming out of the movie, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about it, which is why I'm seeing it again tomorrow. But I'm not going to lie, bro, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I really don't. Like, after sitting through it, and it's weird because it has a beginning, middle, and end. Like, it's a conclusive end. It has a conclusive ending, but I came out of it feeling very meh. Like I was just like, okay. It was weird to say the least. But let's in terms of my predictions, let's talk about my predictions first. I said that Megan was gonna die first, then Abe, then Nina, then Max and Clover would live. Now, I got that wrong, but I did count how many rotations it was. Every time they all got killed and came back and all got killed. It was like 4 times in total before it started becoming a montage. But 4 full times in total, they get murked. And it was the second time around. Megan dies, then Abe, then Nina, then Max, then Clover. So, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give myself that one. Because at the end of the movie, which, I'm shocked, but they all survive at the end. They all live at the end of the movie. They all make it out. They make it until dawn. But what I will say is in the movie, somebody has to die. And if no one dies, then they can't escape. At least one person has to die for everyone else to live. So that person was obviously the doctor guy. It turns out him in the movie, he like lures people there, and he's like a doctor. He does experiments, and essentially he like used Clover's fear or some shit like that to manipulate what would happen. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. Essentially, I'm not gonna lie, the whole explanation at the end, it confused me a little bit. Because he was just yapping. The nigga was yapping about... Oh, by the way, the location that was in when he was doing that yap session was the same place in the game when he was having those, when he was talking to you, the audience in the game. It's the same place. They also show a picture of Josh from the games, and they show a snow lodge and a car pulling up there, hinting at the actual game. And obviously the Wendigos are in this movie. The mask killer that resembles Josh's, who was the mask killer in the game, is in the movie. But everything else is just not that. I said that... Whoa, wait. I said that Melanie was going to be the first kill, and I was right. And I said that she was going to be the one that turned into a Wendigo. I was also correct, so... Word. And... So, yeah, these 5, Clover, Max, Nina, Abe, Megan, there was essentially, like, retracing the steps of Melanie before she went missing, Melanie's Clover's sister, to try to find out clues as to where she's at. Then they stop at the gas station where they meet the guy. He sends them off to the place, and they have to make it until dawn. But one person has to die for the rest to live, and they get killed by a bunch of different things. Now, in the trailer, they said every night something new is trying to kill us, but it turns out every night they all spawn. Like, all the things, they're all there. And they just... So let me try to go through them. There's the witch that possesses Clover and makes her kill everyone. There's the mask killer, who was the first to kill. Was the first one to do the killing in the first round, in round 1. I'm going to call them rounds. In round 1, Abe dies first, then Nina, then Max, then Megan, then Clover. Round 2, it was Megan, Abe, Nina, Max, Clover. In round 3, it was Abe, Nina, Megan, Max, Clover. And in round 4, it was the same thing. No. In round 4, it was Abe, Nina, Megan, Clover, then Max. So they switched it around. So it was slightly different every time. But like my rotation, the one that I said in round 2, I got that right. And they do a little flashback scene to like Clover and Melanie talking. I don't know. This movie's like, I'm not gonna say it was bad, because all the kills, all the visual effects, they tried to use a lot of practical effects, and you can see that in the movie, and it's beautiful. All the gore, like in round 3, when they drink the water, they all just fucking explode, and it's awesome. It's dope as shit. And I think that was like the best section when they exploded. I think that was the best. Then let's see what else. I think in round 4, that's when her sister comes. And then after round 4, they do the flashback. And then after the flashback, they all wake up, but they can't remember anything. And it turns out they've died multiple times at that point. So they go from round 4 to round 13. And round 13 is the last round, because it doesn't go past 13 nights. And they do a little montage scene with Abe's camera, and it shows like little sections of them recording. And that's like the worm shit that goes into Clover, and she's like, is it still on my face? That's where that scene happens. And then some little other scenes with the Wendigos, and like there was a section where Nina's eyes was bleeding and she was screaming. I felt like that was pretty effective. I liked that. It was like a Blair Witch found footage type of scene. Like the camera was glitching and shit. I thought that was cool. And then there was, I think in round 2, Megan gets possessed by this thing, and there's a whole wall full of the missing people. And by the way, one of the missing people was the director. I caught that. The director himself was one of the missing people on the wall. I think it's David. I don't want to butcher his name. I think it starts with, I think his name is David. I don't know. David Sonderberg. Hopefully I'm not pulling this out of my ass and that's his actual name, I hope. But he did Lights Out and Annabelle Creation, which those are both good movies. But yeah, Megan gets possessed, and then she starts pointing at all the pictures, and each picture she points at, she starts speaking through that person's voice, and it's pretty creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the characters, out of the 5 characters, I think Megan was my favorite. Like, I enjoyed her the most, and it was a bummer, because going into this, I'm like, yeah, Megan's gonna be the first to get got. But I'm glad that they all survived. You know, Max. I think Max was my least favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Max is like, he was like this whiny ex-boyfriend because Clover broke up with him. He's like always up Clover's ass, and he doesn't really have a personality other than being up Clover's ass throughout the whole movie. So there's that. But, you know, Michael Cimino, he did great, you know, portraying that. So yeah, I think my favorite was Megan. She's like this spiritual, very in touch with herself type of person. I enjoyed her a lot. She's played by Ji Young Yu, so she was great. And then my second favorite character I would have to say is Abe, played by Belmont Cameli. I think Abe is like, he's the new guy. You know, he's Nina's boyfriend for now, because Max says, oh yeah, like she does this all the time, she can't be single, she's been with multiple people, like guys, girls, all that shit. Abe's like supposed to be the asshole of the group, but I feel like he's very rational, like a very rational guy throughout the movie. Okay, let me talk about this. There are instances where these characters do the most retarded shit known to mankind, and you just have to let it go, because if you don't let it go, you're gonna be pissed. And that's what I had to do with a few of the scenes, because they always split up, be like, I'm gonna go check that out, I'll be right back. It's annoying, but you have to suspend your disbelief. And So yeah, Abe was probably my second favorite. He was very rational thinker. He usually says the shit that people don't like to hear. So there's that. He's a psych major, some shit like that. Then I would say, I guess Clover, the main character, she was fine. She's played by Ella Rubin. I don't know. I don't know about Clover. I mean, she's dedicated to getting her friends out, so I respect that. It's weird. She's a weird main character. I'm sorry, my eyes have been itchy as shit, and I'm trying not to scratch. And then Nina. Nina was fine. She was cool. She's played by Odessa Zion, who was in Hellraiser. She was cool. And then there's just Max. And then Melanie, who's the opening kill. She's very bland, but she's played by Maya Michelle. I keep saying Michelle. It's Mitchell. In my predictions video, I think I said Michelle. It's Mitchell. I don't know why I keep saying Michelle. Oh God, it's already in motion. I'm sorry. I can't stop it. It's in motion. Oh God. Man, that is. Oh brother, I'm sorry. Just gotta wait it out. Oh God. Whew. My bad. That felt satisfying though. Okay. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm glad that they all survived. At first, I thought Clover was gonna be the one to die, and everyone else was gonna live towards the end of the movie. But she ends up having this little show off with Melanie, like the Wendigo Melanie, and then she kills Melanie, and she's like, "I'm sorry, sis," because if they didn't make it through the 13 nights, they would have been part of the night forever, like everyone else in the town. And apparently, it was a town. And some shit happened in the mines and like killed a bunch of people, and then yeah. But yeah, everyone survived. Well, they all died multiple times, and then they all survived in the end, which I guess that's cool. And I thought there was gonna be a post-credit scene, but there's not. Oh my goodness, this is not it, bro. This is not it, bro. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was gonna be a post-credit scene, but there's not. So I waited in my seat for no reason. And my audience there wasn't that many people in my audience. There was maybe 10 other people. But there was this couple sitting to the left of me, and they was jumping. Every jump scare they jumped. They was eating this movie up. I'll just say that. And when the credits started rolling, I was hearing them say, "Oh yeah, that shit was good. That shit was fire." So at least they enjoyed it. I will say, the kills. If you're going for the kills, you'll be satisfied for the most part. But the jump scares, I'm not gonna lie, none of the jump scares got me. I could see them coming from a mile away. This movie is very stereotypical. You can see everything coming. Let me know if you get that reference. Scream 4, one of the Kristen Bell. All right. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. This movie is I was, and the thing is, I had high hopes for this movie. My past video, I was like, I'm excited for this movie. I don't care what people say, I'm excited, and I was. And coming out of it, I'm just like, bruh, I had so much faith in you. But you know what? Maybe after a second viewing, I'll be more fond of it now that I know what to expect going into it. So maybe I'll like it more tomorrow after I see it. But yeah, that's about it. It's my Until Dawn review. Go check it out. Get your opinions. Maybe you'll like it more than I did. But for me, this movie is just very meh right now. That's how I'm feeling, just meh. But we'll see tomorrow. That's it, bro. I'm the Hero Light Legend. Terry Figueroa. Signing out. Peace.